afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4. Eric Franke's in for Charlotte Celeste, who's in for Susan Simon.
Yeah, I'm way down the depth chart, let me tell you. We should mention the ladies are doing just fine.
Yes, they are.
They just need a couple days off.
Yeah, everybody is healthy, so that's the good news. And here's what else is making news on this Thursday. COVID-19 cases in Wisconsin are exploding so rapidly, the state is drawing attention from the doctors on the White House Coronavirus Task Force.
And with that sustained growth in infections, doctors are telling people to not travel for the holidays. Why doctors say it is time to stay home.
And President-elect Joe Biden is building his staff despite pushback from President Trump. Let's take a look outside on this Thursday. Nice sunny day. The clouds moving in later on.
Beautiful on the water, and it wasn't too cold either. That's yet to come, right? We're going to feel that as we get a little closer to the weekend.
A quick hit, the weather words, and Chris is in the backyard with a quick look at the weather.
Yeah, that's right. A quick hit of rain and snow could be headed our way later on tonight and into tomorrow. It's not going to be a big deal, but that's something you may notice, especially if you are up late. Temperatures in the meantime, they are certainly on a milder note. 50 degrees right now in Madison. Our average high for this time of the year is well into the 40s at this point. Janesville at 52. 40s do show up just back towards the north and west. For now, our winds are out of the south, but we're going to watch those winds begin to change direction. You see that cloud cover starting to thicken up there on the Edgewater sky camera. That cloud cover is associated with the cold front that's moving in from the north and west. The Twin Cities in the 20s right now, 30 in Eau Claire, 27 towards Duluth Superior as well. Let's go ahead and show you where the cold front is. You see that line of snow that is broken out towards the north and west. That'll gradually push towards the south and east. There's not a lot with it. Once it runs into some warmer air, we'll likely see some raindrops associated with the southern side of that. That starts to arrive by about 8 to 9 o'clock. By 10, look for rain mixing with snow at times. Temperatures will be into the 30s, but by midnight, my expectation is that most of that's going to be out of here. Temperatures are going down into the 20s for your overnight lows. Traffic-wise, no big issues are showing up. This is what you would like to see for a Thursday afternoon. Let's keep it that way. We'll have the full forecast and another update on traffic a bit later in the show. Guys.
All right, Chris, thank you. We see you then. For another day, Wisconsin is seeing close to 7,000 more people with COVID-19. The State Department of Human Services and public health officials say more than 6,900 people have tested positive for the virus in the last day or so. Sadly, the state has also seen another big jump in deaths. 56 people have died, bringing the total to 2,555. The way Wisconsin is headed has some of the highest health officials incredibly worried about our state.
Jamie Perez spoke with White House Coronavirus Task Force Dr. Deborah Birx, and Jamie joins us live now with a message she has for Wisconsin. Jamie?
Dr. Birx said that in the 2 times that she's visited Wisconsin, she's noticed a dramatic increase in the rise of our COVID cases and that she is not seeing any improvements so far. And if we look at states like Alabama, Louisiana, and Texas, all of them had mask mandates and all of them had a decrease in cases within 2 weeks. We are not seeing that here, and she is echoing the same message that our own doctors have been telling us time and time again.
Rate of rise, it is deeply concerning, and we can see your hospitals getting closer and closer to the edge, and we're only asking people to do this for 45 or 60 days because we have a vaccine that's going to be available. And so we're really asking people in this moment to do everything they can to save their own life and the lives of those that they love.
She said that what we are doing right now is not enough to let us flatten the curve. Our hospitals are filling up. We are setting record numbers every single day. So they're really asking people to get on board with wearing a mask so that we can get a grip on our numbers here.
All right, Jamie Perez, live downtown. Jamie, thank you. Now, here in Dane County, officials continue to see sustained growth in new infections. Almost 600 new cases were posted to the Dane County COVID-19 dashboard this morning. Public Health Madison, Dane County's Kate Austin Stanford says the 14-day average continues to grow, averaging about 347 new cases a day. That's up more than 296 since just last week. Hospitalization rates also on the rise. 160 people are in Dane County hospitals right now fighting the virus. That includes people from nearly every age group. And during a press conference this morning, Austin Stanford said people need to get back to the basics of fighting the virus.
The sad truth is that in our state and across Dane County and in the city of Madison, it is just not safe to gather with anyone outside of your household.
According to the Dane County dashboard, 41 people remain in the ICU. More than 3/4 of those who have tested positive in Dane County have since recovered.
Wisconsin is one of 49 states where coronavirus cases are surging. Texas became the first state with more than 1 million confirmed COVID-19 cases, and California is nearing that mark. The U.S. is hitting new coronavirus milestones, the highest daily death toll since May, and both the highest number of hospitalizations and new cases ever. New daily case records were set in Vermont, North Carolina, Kentucky, Oklahoma, and Texas. Minnesota hit a new record for new COVID deaths in one day. The NFL's Minnesota Vikings will now close its remaining home games to fans.
We have now about 10 million cases in the United States, about 240,000+ deaths. When people are going to be congregating out of necessity because of the weather indoors, that makes for a very challenging and ominous situation.
With hospitals filling up in Michigan, the state's hospital and medical leaders held a Zoom meeting to beg residents to wear masks and social distance. In New York, Governor Andrew Cuomo has ordered all restaurants, bars, and gyms to close at 10 p.m. There are similar new restrictions in New Jersey. Well, we're exactly 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving. The pandemic is changing what the holiday will look like this year and how families will celebrate.
Josh Sprider has advice from a local medical expert.
This probably won't be too much of a surprise to many of you watching this story, but your gathering is going to have to be a lot different this Thanksgiving.
Even what we would consider relatively small gatherings, 10 people, 15 people, are now posing enough risk where it's really not recommended that we do even that.
So what about a quarantine? Well, you'd have to start right now, according to UW Health Dr. Jeff Potoff. But is that plausible? A strict quarantine would mean no grocery shopping, no working outside of home, and no in-person school for 14 days.
I think the difficulty is that, actually pulling that off is really hard if you try to think about what daily life looks like for us. There aren't that many of us who can just stay home in quarantine for 2 weeks. So to think that you've got, 15, 20 relatives who all have nothing to do other than to quarantine for 2 weeks, probably not going to happen. I think what will happen is you might have some people who quarantine, but this is an all or none thing. If it's not all, then your risk is high.
And what about testing? Well, the best day to test would be as close to Turkey Day as possible while still leaving enough time to get results. But Dr. Potoff tells me a test might not catch a still brewing infection, so that's why he recommends just celebrating Thanksgiving with your immediate family inside your own home. Dr. Potoff still encourages family time now more than ever, so utilize FaceTime, Zoom, Skype, whatever you can. He says interaction with others is going to be important, especially as we head into the winter months, but the main takeaway, just be safe. If you are traveling, check the travel restrictions and get your flu shot right away. Also remember to wear a mask, social distance, and wash your hands and sanitize as often as you can. For News 3 Now, I'm Josh Sprider.
In a few weeks, thousands of college students will be headed back to their hometowns until the start of the spring semester, which could make them carriers for COVID-19. Health experts recommend students who live on campus and off campus start taking action before leaving school. They should avoid spending time with people unless they're a roommate and consistently wear a mask.
That's a difficult message to hear at this time of year. We're all very hopeful that this is the only time of year, holiday time, that we're going to have to send this message, given that hopefully there's brighter things on the horizon with 2021, but we really need them to stay put if at all possible. For those students who will be traveling, we're telling them, really starting right now, you need to limit your activity as much as possible. We don't want folks getting sick and missing the opportunity to travel or bringing infection home to loved ones and family members.
Emergency Order Number 9 is still in effect in Dane County. That requires masks and limits large gatherings. In other news, authorities have identified the man killed in a Janesville house fire. The Rock County Medical Examiner says 58-year-old Stephen Stevenson died from injuries he suffered during the fire. The fire happened Monday morning in the 1000 block of South Pearl Street. Janesville police and firefighters are still investigating the cause of the fire.
The transition moves along for President-elect Joe Biden, who spoke with top congressional Democrats today after naming his first incoming cabinet-level official. Meanwhile, members of the president's own party now are starting to push for the administration to coordinate with the former vice president, even as the legal fight over the election results continues. Skylar Henry with more from the White House.
Come January, President-elect Joe Biden announced that longtime senior aide Ron Klain will become his chief of staff. Klain's decades of experience in Washington and expertise in coordinating the Obama administration's response to the 2014 Ebola outbreak signal Biden's commitment to tackling the coronavirus pandemic.
As we learn more, our response to the virus will have to change.
The former vice president also continues his calls with foreign leaders, speaking Thursday with Pope Francis. Biden will become the second Catholic president of the United States after President John F. Kennedy. On Capitol Hill, top Democrats are calling on President Trump and Republican lawmakers to accept the outcome of the election. Senior advisors to the president tell CBS News they will continue their legal fight even though there is no legal path to overturning the election results.
Stop denying reality. Stop deliberately and recklessly sowing doubt about our democratic process.
Some congressional Republicans are beginning to break with the administration, calling for it to begin presidential-level intelligence briefings with Biden.
I do think that both the president and his competition here, of Vice President Biden, should have access to those classified reports.
Meanwhile, the White House is dealing with another coronavirus outbreak. Trump campaign senior advisor Corey Lewandowski is the latest to test positive for COVID after attending the election watch party there last week. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
Now, a U.S. official familiar with the situation tells CBS News that 2 DHS officials were asked to resign today. That's the Department of Homeland Security. Meanwhile, President-elect Biden is spending the next couple days at his family home in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware.
Well, golf's most prestigious tournament, the Masters, kicked off today after a 7-month delay due to the pandemic. Defending champ Tiger Woods teed off after a morning rain delay, looking to win his 6th green jacket, which would tie him with icon Jack Nicklaus for most Masters wins. Woods had an off year, and many are looking at Bryson DeChambeau, to the big winner who won this year's U.S. Open. But Augusta in November will play differently and could set up a few surprises, says CBS Sports golf analyst Dottie Pepper.
I think you're going to see a little more unpredictability than you would normally in April, where everything is just so perfectly pristine that you know exactly what's going to happen with every shot.
No blooming dogwoods or azaleas, and no throngs of patrons who line the fairways and crowded the greens. You can watch the Masters all weekend long right here on CBS and Channel 3. What is it, Eric?
A tradition unlike any other, and it is going to be unlike any other Masters this year. It's going to be interesting to watch.
Yeah, it's going to be. All right, still to come at 4, the holiday shopping season is upon us.
And because of the pandemic, more people, of course, will be shopping online. But what does that mean for those brick and mortar stores this year? We'll find out when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
At Mounds Pet Food Warehouse, we know that no 2 pets are the same. That's why each of our 5 southern Wisconsin locations is wall-to-wall with everything you and your pet need, including dog food, cat food, pet beds, thousands of toys, treats, and chews, and supplies for your small animals, birds, and reptiles, too. With so many options, finding what you need is easy. You gotta get down to Mounds and see for yourself. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse powers them all. And don't forget your free Mounds candy bar.
Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto is a heart failure medicine prescribed by most cardiologists. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Heart failure can change the structure of your heart, so it may not work as well. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. And with a healthier heart, there's no telling where life may take you. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto for heart failure. And trust your heart to Entresto.
The Medicare enrollment deadline is only weeks away, and there's so many unanswered questions. Like, do you know if your plan is still the right fit? Having the wrong Medicare plan can cost you thousands. And that's why I love Health Markets, your insurance marketplace. What if you didn't have to shop for health insurance again? Health Markets Fit Score Forever Promise is the answer. It continuously scans the market to compare your plan against any new options year after year. while helping answer all your Medicare questions, like does your plan have no copays, no deductibles, or $0 premiums? Health Markets has the answer. Does your plan offer dental and vision coverage? How about hearing aids, glasses, wellness visits, and even telemedicine at no additional cost? Health Markets has the answers. Find the answer from the #1 ranked health insurance agency in America.
Your insurance marketplace, Health Markets.
Call 800-964-0790. That's 800-964-0790. Call now.
Have some home projects on your list? Whether it's a fix now or fix up down the road, count on Home Advisor's trusted local pros to get the job done right. It's easy to schedule, check prices, and pay for all your home projects. So get the Home Advisor app and we'll do everything to fix your everything.
Thinking about your financial plan? So are we. Prudential helps 25 million people with their financial needs. With over 90 years of investment experience, our thousands of financial professionals can help. Go to Prudential.com or talk to an advisor.
Canadian singer The Weeknd will perform the halftime show at the 2021 Super Bowl. The NFL made the announcement this morning. The Super Bowl will be held in Tampa, Florida in February. Performing the Super Bowl halftime show is considered one of the biggest honors in music. This past year's performance featured Jennifer Lopez and Shakira. Other performances have included Prince, The Who, The Rolling Stones, and Lady Gaga. The whole thing will air right here on CBS. With the COVID vaccine making progress, the concert industry is preparing for a potential return of live events in coming months.
Well, that'll be a little different. Ticketmaster just announced in order for fans to attend these concerts in the future, they may have to provide a proof of a negative COVID test. Billboard reporting the plan would involve the Ticketmaster app in partnership with medical information firms. Fans would be required to either verify through the app that they'd been vaccinated or prove they tested negative for the virus within 72 hours prior to the event. Anyone who fails to do so would not be allowed in the venue. Ticketmaster says fans should not worry about their personal health information being permanently stored or shared.
Another 709,000 Americans filed first-time claims for unemployment benefits last week on a seasonally adjusted basis. The Labor Department put the new numbers out today. There are also nearly 300,000 new pandemic unemployment assistance filings. It comes as the nation's job market recovery slows down. Many people have gone back to work, but millions still are not employed. Continued jobless claims, which count people who have filed for benefits for at least 2 weeks in a row, was 6.8 million last week. A down day on Wall Street as the COVID-19 cases reached record highs. The Dow Industrials shedded 317 points, closing at 29,080. The Nasdaq dropped 76. The S&P 500 was off 35. This holiday shopping season will be unlike any other.
Now, with the pandemic infecting more people than ever, many people will be shifting to even more online shopping. So how do our brick and mortar stores survive all this? Jerry O'Brien is the executive director of the Kohl's Center for Retailing Excellence, and he joins us now to explain. Jerry, thanks for being with us.
I'm happy to be here.
So we're heading into the big season, right? For all these brick and mortar stores, for everybody in the retail industry. Nobody could have foreseen something like this. And what in the world do they do to try to stem the tide and stay in business?
Well, quite frankly, there's an awful lot of balls up in the air right now. Obviously, there's been some positive talk about a vaccine. I doubt that that's going to be much effect to this season. Mark, you just mentioned unemployment numbers going up. Do we get a stimulus check? That would be a big win for a lot of retailers. But brick and mortar in particular, typically when we talk consumer confidence, we're talking about their finances. In this case, I think it's going to behoove brick and mortar retailers to find a way to convince shoppers that coming out in person is safe. So you're going to see a lot more emphasis on cleanliness of shopping carts, of checkout areas. And there's an awful lot of that being done. I think you're going to see more in order to encourage people to come out.
So what could an individual store owner do?
Yeah, I think, there's been some very creative solutions. Some of the smaller boutique type places have appointments to come in so that they're limiting the number of people. I just read that Hy-Vee has got some new cart sanitizing systems, so things like that. So I think it's a matter of some new technology that, like, for example, a more consistent air exchange. I think next year we're going to read a lot about stores saying, the air is completely changed in this store every X number of minutes to let us know that they're doing everything they can.
When you look at when the vaccine comes and it, as close to normal as we ever get again, What do you envision for brick and mortar, for retail? I mean, they've been dealing with Amazon and so many challenges over the last several years, a decade now. What do you see when you look past this?
I certainly don't see a return to pre-pandemic. There's most forecasts this year think online sales for the holiday season are going to be up 60%. Last year they were up 20%. There are new shopping patterns being developed by people. Online grocery over the pandemic went up something like 700%. And people are finding out that it works, that they can do that. I think you're going to see certainly less square footage available of brick and mortar space. You're going to see some things called dark stores, stores that are designed only to fulfill online or click and pick up orders, so that some of the outlets that we typically have gone to physically will be used just to fulfill online orders. So retail is certainly not going to go back. I think but we are going to see as consumers some exciting things in those stores. It's always good for consumers when retailers have to find new ways to attract us, because they're listening hard and they're trying to come up with exciting ways to get us there.
Well, it's going to be interesting.
It is going to be interesting. Habits are hard to break. Once people get used to shopping one way, it's going to be tough to.
I just hope all consumers give all of our local businesses and everybody a shot.
Shop local.
If you have to spend a little bit more, do so to try to think of your favorite businesses.
Shop local.
Jerry, thanks so much. Go ahead.
You.
I'm sorry, one more?
I was just going to say, if you want them to continue to be there, it's important to shop there.
All right. Got to do it.
Jerry, thanks for being with us today.
Thanks, Jerry.
Thank you, guys.
Still to come at 4, a 7-year-old boy is doing something good for strangers thousands of miles away.
We'll find out what he's doing coming up after Chris's First Warn forecast. Stay with us.
Rest comfortably with brands you can trust at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Create a unique and stylish room with made-in-the-USA products from companies like Smith Brothers of Bern. Select from a wide variety of sofas at a great price.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
People were afraid I was contagious. I felt gross.
It was kind of a shock after I started Cosentix. 4 years clear.
Real people with psoriasis look and feel better with Cosentix. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentix. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms. If your inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to, serious allergic reactions may occur. Learn more at Cosentix.com.
Ladies, check it out. So strong, so not ripped.
What are we talking about?
That's the Hefty Ultra Strong bag.
Hefty, hefty, hefty.
Give me the bag.
Get Hefty Ultra Strong at a low price.
I got your back, you got mine. Think about you all the time. Together we can come through. That's what love's made of. Give thanks, no matter how you share it.
The ups and downs of frequent mood swings can take you to deep depressive lows, or give you unusually high energy even when depressed. Overwhelmed by bipolar 1? Ask about Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar effectively treats depression, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Full spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms with just one pill once a day. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. High cholesterol and weight gain, high blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, may occur. Movement dysfunction, sleepiness, and stomach issues are common side effects. When bipolar 1 overwhelms, Vraylar helps smooth the ups and downs.
It's called the greater good. At Quartz, it's what fuels our passion to better serve our members and our community. It's why we ensure easy access to the doctors, hospitals, and clinics of UW Health. It's what pushes us to invest in the name of community health and wellness programs and to find new ways to help those who need the help the most. But hey, you know all about the greater good. Quartz, health plans built with you in mind.
Experience handcrafted and hand-finished furniture by genuine Amish craftsmen at Wanakee Furniture ETC, featuring hardwood made in the USA home furnishings by Simply Amish and other great brands you can trust.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Take a look at this. Someone has dropped the ball big time on another art restoration in Spain. A 1923 statue of a smiling woman surrounded by livestock is part of a bank facade in Palencia. Well, instead of getting her broken face restored, she's been disfigured by a well-meaning but apparently incompetent artist. It's being called the Potato Head of Palencia. No one's owned up to the work, and there's no word on who, if anyone, commissioned it. It was an understatement when Spain's Professional Association of Conservators and Restorers called it, quote, non-professional intervention.
And it appears to be a kindergarten clay project. Look at that.
That's too bad.
Oh, my goodness.
That's happened before in Spain. Remember, there was a picture of Jesus that they restored. It looked like a clown at the end.
Just leave it alone.
All right.
All right, Chris, what are we talking about with the forecast out there? Actually, pretty nice today, but things are going to change, right?
Yeah, we're going to have a quick hitting system of rain and snow come through. I'm watching that right now on radar. From there, we're going to get a little shot of colder air. The full forecast is coming up after the break.
When you have zero worries and zero stress, there are zero reasons not to get into a Volkswagen. Click, call, or come by today. Visit our Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event and lease the 2020 Jetta S today with 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 due at signing.
Today, you can turn your home into a university, and you can turn a lasting career into reality. With Herzing University, you can earn a degree in today's hottest fields. Anytime, online. Herzing is recognized, accredited, experienced, and transfer-friendly with more than 90% student satisfaction. For a limited time, we'll waive your enrollment fee. See what your career can turn into with Herzing University.
I'm possible at Herzing.
Call or click today.
We are the Thrivers, women with metastatic breast cancer. Our time for more time has come. Living longer is possible and proven in postmenopausal women taking Kisqali plus fulvestrant. In a clinical trial, Kisqali plus fulvestrant helped women live longer with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer, and it significantly delayed disease progression. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
It's no secret, Robertson is Wisconsin's aesthetic leader. But with results this natural, patients can keep it a secret if they want. Our secret to reducing stubborn body fat? Cool Sculpting. Book a free consultation to learn how Cool Sculpting is different at Robertson.
Let me introduce me.
Cuts, colors, braids, and fades. We stand for style. Cost Cutter Salons.
#1 in color in Wisconsin.
There are zero reasons not to get into a Volkswagen, especially now that you can start shopping from home. Click, call, or come by today. Visit our Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event and lease the 2020 Tiguan S4 Motion today with 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 due at signing.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Temperatures are still comfortable throughout south central Wisconsin right now. Some colder air is just back towards the north and west. You see our winds out of the south. That northwesterly wind will make its way into south central Wisconsin as we go through about the next couple of hours here. Clouds have already started to increase, and now we're looking at predominantly gray skies over Madison. Our wind still officially out of the south right now with the temperature at 50, but we look back towards the north and west. Minneapolis is at 27, International Falls down to 23. That's the colder air that's starting to work its way on in. Out ahead of that, the cold front is working to force some snow showers and rain showers over parts of the state, and that leads us into the rain-snow mix that's possible headed into tonight. Here's what we're watching right now. Most of the activity in our viewing area is some light rain showing up across the driftless region right now. Snowflakes are flying towards the north and west, Eau Claire through Rice Lake, now moving out of the Twin Cities. This will continue to push its way towards the south and east through time. For now, these are the showers I'm focused on. You're talking Richland Center back to the south of Viroqua, over down towards Platteville and Highland. That's where some light rain is coming down. For now, we will see how much this is able to increase in coverage and intensity. But overall, things are going to be quite light for us as we go through the rest of the night. Let me show you what I mean. This is 9 o'clock. That cold front finally gets to right on top of Madison. We're talking a thin stripe of some rain. Temperatures further south are a bit warmer, so that's when this band of snow will predominantly be a band of rain at this point, with some light flurries on the backside. Temperatures will continue to drop. Now we're at midnight. Most of this is out of here. I can't rule out a couple of back-end flurries, but the skies clear quickly. Once those skies clear, temperatures will begin to drop. We're going all the way down towards 24 tonight. Some areas may make it into the upper teens. By tomorrow, this is 12 o'clock. Temperatures will be at 33 degrees for your lunchtime tomorrow. So it'll be one of the cooler days we've seen as of late. Look for tomorrow's highs being right around 36. Or so. So a chilly day indeed. We'll start to warm up into Saturday. That's when our next rain chance comes our direction. Now, the rain snow chance that we see tonight, that's brought to us by a push of colder air. The rain chance that we're going to see into the weekend, that's going to be brought to us by a push of some warmer air. Then into next week, things ultimately quiet down for us a bit, but we'll see a couple of days where the clouds win the story. Let me show you what I mean. This is the upper air pattern. Everything upstairs controls what happens for us right here on the ground. This is that shot of colder air. Here's the warmer air that comes in for Saturday that leads to the next rain chances. Then we're cooler for Monday and Tuesday, but by Wednesday and Thursday, this ridge of warmth begins to develop over the center part of the country. With that, we're going to be quiet. We'll also get warmer. 46 on Wednesday, 50s for Thursday and Friday. We will see a cold front by next weekend. That brings a chance for some showers on Saturday, and then we'll struggle out of the 30s for next Sunday. But in the meantime, the coldest day of the forecast, that's going to be tomorrow at least. That comes with sunshine. It could be a cloudy 36, but it's going to be a sunny 36, which means it'll feel better.
You know, last week being so warm, so many people got all their yard work done. So
I haven't.
You haven't?
There's some houses that need to come down.
Some still need to do some cleaning, yes. But boy, it was a chance, because it looks like that's going to be coming to an end.
Yeah, we've got a couple more nice weather days. It'll be much cooler than last week, but you'll be able to get a little work done.
It's better to have cooler weather for yard work.
I like it at 70. I never want it below 70.
You're living in the wrong place.
I know, I have been. No
Thank
doubt.
you, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
Of course.
Bright autumnal days like today are to savor.
Yeah, we sent Sky 3 up to document iconic city scenes before the leaves are completely off those trees and fall is gone for another year.
beautiful city.
Yeah, we sure do. Great work there from Steve Kane. We're always making sure he doesn't break any rules when he's flying his drone. It is beautiful, though. Especially the
this time of year.
shots and the water. Beautiful.
All right, coming up in Live at 4, Harvey Briggs will join us with a look at the 2021 Toyota Highlander Hybrid.
And tonight at 5, some students in Rock County are still going to class in person and playing sports. We'll tell you why the district says it is the right call.
Welcome to the all-new Dwellings.
Do you have dry, cracked hands from constant washing, cold weather, and hard work? Try O'Keefe's Working Hands. It's America's #1 selling hand cream for guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked hands. Also available in O'Keefe's for healthy feet. Guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked feet.
We've been helping families make joy for over 100 years, and we're not taking this year off. So the Ford Built for the Holiday sales event begins now. We're giving you the best deals of the season on select Ford SUVs and Ford Fusion. So get the family together and make some joy this season. Ford, built for the holidays. Get Explorer with 0% financing for 60 months plus $2,500 cash back and $2,000 trade assist during the Built for the Holidays sales event.
I wanted my hepatitis C gone.
I put off treating mine.
Epclusa treats all main types of chronic hep C. Whatever your type, Epclusa could be your kind of cure.
I just found out about mine.
I knew for years. Epclusa has a 98% overall cure rate.
I had no symptoms of hepatitis C.
Mine caused liver damage.
Epclusa is only one pill, once a day, taken with or without food for 12 weeks. Before starting Epclusa, your doctor will test if you have had hepatitis B, which may flare up and could cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you have had hepatitis B, other liver or kidney problems, HIV or other medical conditions, and all medicines you take, including herbal supplements. Taking amiodarone with Epclusa may cause a serious slowing of your heart rate. Common side effects include headache and tiredness. Ask your doctor today if Epclusa is your kind of cure.
Happy Hour just got hoppier at IHOP with a $5 menu featuring pancakes, burgers, and more yum-yums. So while you can't buy happiness, you can buy hoppiness. IHOP Hour, every day from 2 to 10 p.m.
Dwellings, Madison's best kept $150 secret. Now open in Fitchburg.
Tonight at 5, as COVID hospitalizations reach their worst point ever in Rock County, why some school districts are still moving forward with winter sports.
A cold front will bring some rain and snow showers this evening. Skies will clear off for Friday with colder weather for the weekend, and it'll be breezy and chilly with showers. My forecast at 5.
And ahead at 6, the family of Tony Robinson and other victims of police brutality talk with members of the Speaker's Task Force on Racial Disparities. That's tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
Look downtown Madison from the Edgewater Skycam. Clouds have moved in, maybe some precip later tonight. An inspiring little boy from Maryland is on a mission to help those in need.
The 7-year-old reached out earlier this year to the residents of a rural Indian reservation out in South Dakota to send badly needed supplies.
And as Chip Reed shows us, this ambitious second grader didn't stop there.
I dream big.
You dream big. So big that Kavanaugh Bell, at 4 feet tall, filled 2 53-foot trailers to help people he'd never met.
How did you get 2 truckloads full of supplies?
It's magic.
It's magic?
It's Operation Magic.
Operation Magic. Magic may be the only explanation that makes sense for how this Maryland second grader raised more than $36,000 for food and clothing and then had it trucked halfway across the country.
Welcome to Pine Ridge.
To this South Dakota reservation, one of the poorest places in the nation.
What's up, guys?
Kavanaugh first saw it 2 years ago on a trip to Mount Rushmore with his mother, Lacey.
They were so grateful that someone from 1,500 miles away, that's only 7, would put together this effort.
For some kids, that would be enough for 1 year, but Kavanaugh saw the need back home and began building these mobile pantries he stocks with supplies to help his community. How much of it is coming from you, and how much of it is coming from him?
I would say like 95% of it's coming from him. I'll throw out something that I think is relatively doable in my adult schedule, and Kavanaugh will be like, no, that's not enough.
It started at age 4 when he helped his mom send safe drinking water to Flint, Michigan. When coronavirus hit, Kavanaugh created care packages for seniors so they wouldn't have to go out shopping.
Hello.
That's when some big names noticed.
In Maryland, a 7-year-old boy used his own birthday money to buy meals for dozens of senior citizens.
I've helped 8,126 people. So I guess you could say I'm kind of busy.
Do you get nervous talking to important, famous people like Kamala Harris?
No. I get shaky, and then I'm clutch.
You're clutch.
Yeah.
Like he once felt, bullied by kids in preschool.
I had a darkness inside of me.
And where did that darkness come from?
It was just from them being mean.
But it gave him a mission to help others avoid feeling hopeless. You hope people will be inspired to do what?
To just do what I'm doing and change the world.
And help other people.
Yeah.
Kavanaugh hopes eventually to be mayor and maybe even president. He's only 7. Makes you wonder what he'll accomplish when he's 8. Chip Reed, Gaithersburg, Maryland.
Well, it's time to hit the road here on Live at 4.
We're going behind the wheel with Harvey Briggs in the 2021 Toyota Highlander Hybrid. That's when we come back.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC. You're up early.
Well, U.S. Cellular is giving away the latest phones for free with no hidden requirements, so I did not want to miss it.
Actually, you can get the latest phones free all season long.
What? All season long, huh?
Yep, and no hidden requirements.
You in the market for any camping gear? Only been used once.
At U.S. Cellular, get the latest phones free with the plan of your choice and no required phone trade-ins all season long. U.S. Cellular. Upgrade to fair.
Do you have dry, cracked hands from constant washing, cold weather, and hard work? Try O'Keefe's Working Hands. It's America's #1 selling hand cream for guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked hands. Also available in O'Keefe's for healthy feet. Guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked feet.
Over time, things wear down. Tires, brakes, and headlight bulbs too. Sylvania's lighting experts know that if you wait until burnout, you'll lose up to 50 feet of visibility. That's from here to here in darkness. Switch to a new pair of Sylvania bulbs today and see better tonight.
These are real people, not actors, who've got their eczema under control. With less eczema, you can show more skin. So roll up those sleeves and help heal your skin from within with Dupixent. Dupixent is the first treatment of its kind that continuously treats moderate to severe eczema or atopic dermatitis, even between flare-ups. Dupixent is a biologic and not a cream or steroid. Many people taking Dupixent saw clear or almost clear skin and had significantly less itch. Don't use if you're allergic to Dupixent. Serious allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis, which is severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, or a parasitic infection. If you take asthma medicines, don't change or stop them without talking to your doctor. So help heal your skin from within and talk to your eczema specialist about Dupixent. If your financial situation has changed, we may be able to help.
Carrier has a complete line of home heating products to keep your family comfortable this winter without burning your budget. With smart temperature management and remote access options, it's easier than ever to control your home's climate. And Carrier energy-efficient systems can help reduce utility bills without sacrificing comfort. For more complete comfort and greater peace of mind, turn to your Carrier expert.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Rest comfortably with brands you can trust at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Create a unique and stylish room with made-in-the-USA products from companies like Smith Brothers of Bern. Select from a wide variety of sofas at a great price.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Traffic-wise, things continue to overall look fairly good for us throughout Dane County. That's how we want to see it. Your common slow spots are showing up, though. Fish Hatchery Road, you're going to see some issues. Also, Verona Road going southbound towards McKee. Highway PD, you're going to see a little bit of a slowdown there. Otherwise, your Beltline speed is right around 60 to 65 miles per hour. Your longest route, that's going to be going eastbound from University to Verona Road. That'll take you about 6 minutes. You want to keep going towards John Nolan at 4 more, towards the interstate at 4 more.
Chris, thank you. Collins Dictionary is named Lockdown its word of the year, and more than half of its shortlisted top 10 are related to the pandemic, including the words coronavirus and, of course, pandemic. It says it chose the words because it is a unifying experience for billions of people around the world in the battle against coronavirus. Well, the push to make cars more environmentally friendly is nothing new, but what about making them sustainable, too?
Students in the Netherlands took on the challenge of building a car out of things we throw away. At first glance, you'd never guess this bright, sporty electric car is made almost entirely out of trash. And all the waste has a place. The frame is made from plant materials and recycled bottles. The body, hard plastics from toys, kitchen appliances, and TVs. They even used coconut fiber and horse hairs for the seats. It took about 1.5 years for students at a Dutch university to put the one-of-a-kind vehicle together.
We really hope that other car companies or other companies start using waste materials because we really want to show that it's possible in many applications.
Named the car Luca and has a top speed of 56 miles per hour, can also go 136 miles when fully charged. The only parts of the car that aren't recycled are the tires, steering wheel, windshield, and electronics.
Pretty cool. All right, 3-row SUVs. They are the modern-day equivalent of the old-school family station wagons from the 80s, and the 2021 Toyota Highlander gets the job done.
Buyers can choose between the standard V6 version or go with a fuel-sipping hybrid option. That's what Harvey Briggs showed up with us, so we go behind the wheel in the 2021 Toyota Highlander Hybrid. So what have we here? Another SUV?
Another SUV. This is the 7-passenger Toyota Highlander. It was new last year, and this is the hybrid version of it.
And if you want a hybrid in this class, there are not a lot of options.
The Highlander is one of the few mid-size 3-row crossovers you can get with a hybrid powertrain. And the big benefit of that, obviously, is mileage. You get 35 miles per gallon around town, 34 on the highway, and that makes 35 combined.
The hybrid power plant makes this Highlander stand out. It's also one of the things Harvey's not thrilled about with this vehicle.
The biggest drawback for me in this vehicle, and it's interesting because the RAV4 hybrid I really like, this hybrid is a little rough. In terms of the engine, that 2.5-liter 4-cylinder feels a little rough, a little noisy. The transitions are not what I would consider best in class.
Another thing that concerns Harvey is the price. Our test Highlander with options costs just shy of $51,000.
This is a limited version, so it's almost all loaded up. But when you start comparing like trim level to trim level of this versus, say, the Hyundai Palisade, you're looking at about a $3,000 to $4,000 difference between the Highlander and those vehicles. So you're spending more for this, regardless of what trim level you get to.
But there is plenty to like here. Every Highlander, no matter the trim level, is equipped with an extensive suite of standard driver assistance features. Harvey likes the new design. It's more truck-like and more sporty at the same time.
You see a bunch of kind of reflection of the new Toyota design ethos in the sheet metal here, like the rear quarter panel. You see how that has almost like that little flowing line up? Yeah, that kind of, they took that from Supra and brought it over to Highlander.
The nicely equipped cabin is packed with infotainment features, USB plugs everywhere, wireless phone charging, and tons of room.
There's tons of room in here in the first and second row. The third row is serviceable, and you can add more to it thanks to the sliding second row seats. So if you need to put 7 people in here or 8 in this configuration, you can adjust that seat back and forth and get a nice balance and compromise between second and third row passengers.
There is a lot of competition in this category of mid-sized 3-row SUVs. So how do you decide on what sits in your driveway?
It becomes a real question of, do you like the way this is put together? Does it fit you? Does it feel right? And that's why I talk to a lot of people now. I say, pick 3 in a category. Go look at each of them, and then see which one works best for you and your needs. And this could very well be one of them.
So all around,
really nice vehicle. You know,
1 to 10, maybe an 8.
I'll give it a 7.5, I think. And if mileage is really important to you, then it goes to 8.
And Harvey joins us now.
From the mountains.
This.
He's shooting the sequel to Easy Rider, we think.
That's right. I'm up in Little Tahunga Canyon above LA shooting a video with this new BMW R18 motorcycle.
Wow.
Today.
How do I get your life?
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, you go through a lot of pain first.
So back to the Toyota. It's a very comparable vehicle to everything else in the class.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have a very similar feature set when you look at the similar trim levels. The Toyota really is leading the way on those standard safety features. And then with the hybrid, it really is about mileage. If that's what's important to you, this is a great option in that category. But then if you're looking for other things, more like luxury features or that you might want to look at the Palisade or Telluride.
Yeah, I can speak for this. I got one of these. My wife drives one of these now, and it gets that mileage. You're right. It is. We were averaging about 37 in the city, which great. It's our first hybrid. So I'm learning all this stuff about how they work. But I do also like, as you mentioned, they've extended some length in this vehicle, so it makes that third row for us. We tote kids around, and so it adds a little more space and makes that third row a little more useful.
That's great to hear. Yeah, I mean, I'm get back there and we do the Harvey test on it, and it sure feels like there's significant room back there. So it really, hearing the real world helps.
All right, have your sunscreen, Harvey.
Yeah, speak of real world, you're not living it.
And I have my mask.
Yeah,
so
all right,
you are socially distanced.
Easy Rider.
Beautiful out there.
All right, Harvey. Safe journey home.
We'll
Thank you. We'll be right back with the final check of your forecast.
Roll playback.
At Mounds Pet Food Warehouse, we know that no 2 pets are the same. That's why each of our 5 southern Wisconsin locations is wall-to-wall with everything you and your pet need, including dog food, cat food, pet beds, thousands of toys, treats, and chews, and supplies for your small animals, birds, and reptiles, too. With so many options, finding what you need is easy. You gotta get down to Mounds and see it for yourself. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse powers them all. And don't forget your free Mounds candy bar.
Managing type 2 diabetes? You're on it. Jardiance knows you're doing all you can to manage type 2 diabetes and heart disease. But could your medication do more to lower your heart risk? Jardiance can reduce the risk of cardiovascular death for adults who also have known heart disease, so it could help save your life from a heart attack or stroke. And it lowers A1C.
Jardiance can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, genital yeast or urinary tract infections, and sudden kidney problems. Ketoacidosis is a serious side effect that may be fatal. A rare but life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this bacterial infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. And don't take it if you're on dialysis or have severe kidney problems. Taking Jardiance with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar,
Lower A1C, and lower risk of a fatal heart attack?
On it with Jardiance.
We're committed to making Jardiance available and affordable. With our savings card, eligible patients pay as little as $0.
Thinking about your financial plan? So are we. Prudential helps 25 million people with their financial needs. With over 90 years of investment experience, our thousands of financial professionals can help. Go to Prudential.com or talk to an advisor.
Hey there, folks. As the vote from the presidential election continues to be counted, we're taking a closer look at the high turnout.
We'll hear from local black leaders on their efforts to get more people to the polls and whether they worked. That and a look at your weekend forecast Friday morning.
Download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app today.
A chance for some rain and snow later on tonight. Temperatures cool down to 24. Tomorrow's highs stay in the 30s. We're back in the 40s with rain chances for the weekend. Then more sunshine and quiet weather for much of next week. By Wednesday, we're back into the upper 40s, 50s Thursday and Friday. Another cold front comes our direction by next Saturday. That'll bring rain chances along with the possible mix at night. Next Sunday, we are struggling to get out of the 30s.
That's not great.
No.
All right, Chris, thank you. Tomorrow here on Live Before, our news hounds Lola and Louie have the best animal stories of the week.
Then we go behind the screens with Michael Bruno. He checks out virtual musical songs for a new world at Beaver Dam High School.